You want to get fast? It's simple. Herschel Walker, I watched the 30 for 30. It was
push-ups.
Well, no, people try to make speed into this thing, okay? And obviously, I had the speed training business and everything like that. And I would try to drive this home to parents, but parents would be like, "Oh, I'll just pay you for this." But I'm like, "You want to get fast? You want to get fast?" What Herschel Walker did was he went to the train tracks. He raced the train.
Yeah, like just run.
You're gonna get fast if you race the train, right? Because why are you gonna get fast if you race the train? Well, if you're running as fast as you can, 80, 100 yards. Okay, and you're not going to beat the train, or you try to give yourself a head start. Train's coming. Let me see if I can beat it to that pole over there.
Not on the tracks, guys. To the side of it now, because this generation we really got to
not on the tracks.
We really got to spell things out with this group of kids.
That depends on the year that you're coaching.
Right.
It depends on the year you're coaching at Riverdale. So sometimes you could do the take a charge on the train drill. I thought that was a great drill for myself.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, Coach, you've been to Butler. They've since moved the field, and now that the practice field is the game field. But when we played, that hill that was there along we would run that consistently all the time. And I'm not talking just like sprint up, right? Like we would go down, run down, because if you ain't running fast, running down a hill, buddy, here we go. So you learn to run. I mean, even as kids, that was a thing, So I've always been a big proponent of the hill stuff, kind of the Walter Payton type thing where, LaDainian Tomlinson bought a house in San Diego too, with a hill in the back to kind of run it and whatnot. And, I just think that was always something that was big too. It's just you don't need to, these Parisi and all that stuff got really, really big, when I was in high school. I feel like that's when the speed training thing kind of more so exploded onto it. And I always tell Dave, I didn't have that track background, right? It wasn't really a big thing at Butler, even though, in 94, they had a 4x1 team that was ridiculous. But
unbelievable team.
Yeah, I mean, and look, and they were the 4 wide receivers. So, I mean, but we just didn't. That just kind of wasn't a thing. I really do wish I had done more track stuff, going through the process, especially as a guy that was never looked at as fast.
Well, I think there's a few things here, kind of, because you're probably getting the end here. And for you guys, if you're looking at trends in football, we have a dearth of officials, right? We don't have a lot of officials, so the people that are coming into officiating, thankfully they're coming in, and I think they're trying real hard, but of course, again, back to the state manual, right? We don't have enough.
Turn it upside down.
Yeah, we don't have enough officials. Okay, let's have more on each crew for every game. Okay, so we've gone that route. All right, so now we have more people that are struggling, and they really do try, and I respect the heck out of what they're doing, but you notice the rules of the game of high school are becoming more like the pros, because people get to see TV. So these people want to officiate, who really want to officiate, they can get more reps watching, right? And they got the thing that we're using right now, which is the computer. And that's a really positive thing. What's legal motion? What's not legal motion? You got all kinds of stuff going on there. I think the only way to solve it is to make it one rule. If you're not offsides, you can move all you want.